Fired up on a Friday.
I like that you sung that.
Fired up on a Friday. I am Rich Malachi, and you are here on a Fired Up Live session. Happy 4th of July weekend. We changed it up. No flames. We are blowing up fireworks.
Or firecrackers.
Because we're fired up for the fireworks. That's right. So good morning to you. 10:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're in the Midwest, it's 9:23 a.m. And if you're on the West Coast, it is 7:23 a.m.
Yes.
So Josh Zolan, where are you and what are you doing this early in the morning?
I would actually love to know what Josh's morning routine is.
Yeah.
He probably works out for 5 hours.
He's working out. He's getting his mind right.
Coffee.
Getting ready for the day.
Reads an entire book. This is what I imagine his morning routine.
Reads a book daily.
Vincent says, is it 5 p.m. yet? Question mark, question mark, question mark. That's what I'm asking myself too. Oh, you know what? Quentin just gave you a challenge. You ready for this?
Sorry, I was reading the text message.
Hawaii?
What about Hawaii?
Yeah, you never mention the Pacific.
What about Hawaii? Is it 6:23 over there? Or is it 5 hours?
6 hours.
Is it 6 hours?
6 hour difference.
Damn.
So wait, it's 7, then it's
4.
4.
4:24 a.m. in Hawaii. My goodness. Yeah, no, Hawaii. And listen, we want to do it through their eyes in Hawaii. So we're gonna need Davin probably.
I gotta reach back out to Davin.
Mr. Davin Costa, we're talking to you, my friend. If you're watching the replay, through their eyes.
Where are you going?
You'll get one of these bad boys and with their package. Lisa's put together an amazing tech guide with the equipment. Oh yeah.
Look at that.
So we'll show you. We're going to show you exactly what you need to do, and then we're going to send you some GoPros and some vlog cameras and everything. So it's pretty cool. And Jesus, the package is on its way to you, my friend, down in Florida. So you should be getting that with the holiday Wednesday latest.
Cool.
So yeah, fired up on a Friday morning, Lisa. 4th of July weekend. So before we get started, what's going on 4th of July weekend? What are you doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm helping my mom build her website.
Hmm.
She asked me to help her build her website, and how can you say no to mom?
You can't.
You can't say no to mom. She wrote a book, so she would like a website for her book.
Do we want to promote your mom's book?
No.
No? Why don't you put it up on the screen and tell people where to go get it?
I'll another time when I build the website.
Son of. All right. Sorry, Mom. I was trying.
Aside from that, my family has a lake house, so we do that for 4th of July, and set off fireworks and things like that. On 4th of July, we'll probably watch the New York City fireworks.
Yeah.
Here in Bayonne, I mentioned yesterday, we don't go anywhere where there's crowds.
No.
No way.
These are all amateur nights. I mean, you go out and you go to all these amateur nights. You guys could have it. So we're gonna watch that right from our balconies or our rooftops or our shorelines, wherever we might be in Bayonne. We see we're right across the river, so we see it all.
So Quentin says it's the penultimate hold my beer weekend.
Yep.
And Taz goes, it's lose a finger weekend.
Yes, it is. Shout out to my man Pierre Paul, New York Giants defensive lineman, one of my favorites. He's not a Giant anymore, but he was.
Do you have any fireworks stories?
Mm-mm.
No.
0.
Damn.
I don't do fireworks. I don't do things that are gonna possibly blow my body up.
Well,
sparklers. That's it.
Do you have so fireworks here in the U.S. don't do anything for me because when you're outside of this country, fireworks take on a whole other meaning.
Mm-hmm.
So in Italy, they do fireworks every Friday night in Sorrento in the summer, right? And they're blowing up these fireworks, and it's so close to the actual residence areas that all it is like huge bangs with all of the car alarms going off, and this is every single week. And
oh my God.
The fireworks show itself was far greater than a Macy's fireworks show. Like that's the intensity of how fireworks are run in other countries.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Taz says lost vision in my right eye. There's another story for you from Arkansas.
Wait a second. What do you mean you lost vision in your right eye?
Taz,
Recently?
Taz, can you come on and tell us the story?
You feel free to come on. This is a 4th of July episode. We're talking fireworks. We're talking strange things. And I'm going to be talking a little bit about something that I found from my dad in a little bit in the old drawer. And these are actually note cards. You can see like.
Back it up a little bit. It's a little bright. There it is. Oh, there you go. Oh,
you can see.
There's a glare.
Yeah, that's okay. So you can see this is old school, AmericanMechanical.net. He used to send these out to customers, just a note. And this was just a note that he had sent to me, handwritten. So I'm sure I'll be finding different things like that over the years. He's sent cards and different things, and he did his best to try to be encouraging. He did his best.
Taz, I'm sending you a link just in case you didn't want to tell us your story. Just in case.
In case you want to, it's cool.
No pressure. But I would love to hear that story. All right.
Oh, we're getting some stuff in. Is that my hoverboard for Fed to the Future?
No
Stand
way.
by.
Bring that in. Bring it in. What is it? Just show the box. Show the box first. Recent delivery. Just in. Back to the Future hoverboard.
Oh my goodness. So why am I getting this? For those of you who don't know, Fed to the Future is the theme of FedCon 2022.
What?
Oh my goodness.
This is intense. Does it work? That's so cool.
I'm sure it doesn't work, but they still have a place for you to put your foot
That's cool.
and get on.
I love it. I mean, it's really just for you to hold.
Oh yeah, of course. So we're getting really, really into it. If you're coming to FedCon and the Omni Montelucia in Scottsdale, feel free to wear your favorite Back to the Future costume. We won't judge you.
Absolutely. I think that's awesome.
That was pretty cool. So here's an unboxing live. A live unboxing on a Friday. We're not just food equipment, folks. We talk about it all. We talk about business. We talk about media. We talk about inspirational things. We talk about the service business. We talk about losing your sight in your right eye.
Well, I don't know. Taz went quiet, so maybe he is joining him.
He might be. We'll give him a second before we move on to the next segment. So while we do wait for that, I will mention at the bottom of the screen, you're seeing Fed at Topgolf, NAFM. There's going to be an official Fed event going down. So there's going to be probably a cap at 60 people. So we saw 40 plus come for a meetup that wasn't even a sponsored official event. So you're going to, once we do release this, if you're planning on coming, you have to RSVP immediately, because once we hit 60, that's it. So it's going to be a great event. We're going to have a great sponsor, and we're going to get people together. We're going to connect. We're going to build. We're going to brand, and we're going to really show the industry what the hell Fed Nation is all about.
You got quiet.
Yeah.
You got quiet. So I don't think the test is going to come in right away.
That's okay.
So tell us about this just a note.
So, ladies and gentlemen, back to this. If you are in a family business and you're working in this interesting dynamic with your mom or your dad, for us, obviously, it was father-son kind of thing going on here. I see his face. I see that face down there. We're going to bring, ladies and gentlemen, no introduction needed. Ladies and gentlemen, Taz Sutherland. There he is.
Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
We got you.
I'm having crazy internet problems here lately. So literally, I'm not even kidding you. Like, I pulled it out of the wall.
Arkansas.
You got the Ethernet cable.
You got to go right into the wall.
Yep. Nope. I already did. I already ran one. I'm going to run another one. That's what I'm doing this weekend. I'm in a hot attic running in.
There you go. All right, so let's see. Hopefully the connection is good. Seems like it's okay. What is this right eye? What's going on here?
Yeah, so my right eye, I haven't. It doesn't focus anymore. I haven't been able to since I was 13. Like I wear a contact lens. It doesn't really do anything. So you know they have the little fireworks that you shoot off the kind of shoots. They have like a hard cardboard tube in the middle. I may have modified them a little bit, and one of them popped me in the eye. And so yeah, so I have really terrible vision for the rest of my life. So
Damn.
yeah,
Didn't know that either.
So I'm
I have
gonna
all 10 fingers. So, yeah.
fireworks.
So yeah,
So that's another interesting little tidbit about Taz's life. We got the name down at RIFMA. So talk to me. We haven't spoken really too much since RIFMA. So talk to me. How'd you enjoy speaking on that Riff Talk stage?
I liked it. Like I enjoyed doing that. I don't know if you could tell, but I had completely blown my voice. I got excited. I hadn't been anywhere in 2 years. I went completely like ape shit and blew my voice out on. So it was funny. I can hear it on the replay. It was my voice was going, so that was fun. But I love doing that. It seemed to be well received. Everybody seemed to like the talk. So
Yeah.
several people wanted the deck. So I think I might vent up and make like an actual. I have canned speeches and I take to different schools or whatever. I'm thinking I might amp up about a 30-minute spiel and use it somewhere else. So
we are having some connection problems.
Yes, Taz, it is getting a little bit more difficult to hear you. Oh, it cuts in and out. But
You are frozen, sir.
Chris Rowling asked, "Where's the replay?" And
Well,
I do have Taz's.
did I come back?
You're here. You're here. We got you.
Ah, well.
Oh,
I don't know
no.
if you can hear me, but it's my internet. So
I will tell you, Chris Rowling,
fun.
you can
We'll get more stories when I get live internet back. But
all right. We might have to
take you down, Taz. Sorry about that.
Sorry.
We're gonna chat next time when your internet's all better.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sorry, brother. We didn't want to. This is live, so we want to make sure we don't lose people.
Yeah. But so Chris asked, "Where's the replay?" And I did film all of the Rift Talks. Actually, I plan on creating like a little highlight reel from all of the Rift Talks put together. Some 1 minute of maybe each talk. That everyone's best 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
But I did send Taz his entire thing, just because I knew he would probably want to share it with his family.
Of course.
And I wasn't sure if he had anyone who filmed it.
So Riffman films it.
Okay.
So you can go to the YouTube channel. Actually, last year's talks are there, so I'm there. But you can go. I'm sure if you go to Riffma on YouTube, they will have the full replays of everybody's Riff Talk. So go to Riffma on YouTube.
Nice. And Taz says, "Sorry about that. We only have one internet cable in Arkansas."
Everyone's pulling power off that thing right now. That's all right.
All right. So now, Rich, I think you can tell us the story about your dad's note.
Yes. So back to it, ladies and gentlemen. Just to know, these things we had stacks of these with envelopes in the office, and he would always say, "Just a note. Make sure you send in just the notes to your customers, kid. Let them know that you care. Let them know that we're here for them. Reach out to them, handwritten, all that good stuff." So there was a little place to put your business card in here. There's two little slots here. You could put your card right there. You put your note over here, and that was it. And we would send these out, and I would send these out. I would write them to our different high key account customers and different things. What do you got?
Sorry, Ryan is here. Hi, Ryan.
Hey, Ryan.
The replay will also be in the virtual conference July 22nd to 23rd.
There you go. And I think I just saw the email too for that virtual come through. So yes, for anyone wanting to see the Rift Talks, the replays are going to be in the virtual conference July 22nd, 23rd on RIFMA. I would suggest for more information too, you can go to rifmaonline.com. I believe that's the website, rifmaonline.com.
Right.
to get all that. So a lot of great things. Walter Bond, amazing. The Riff Talks, amazing. Josh, Taz, everybody killed it. So back to just a note.
We'll get through.
Yeah, listen, this is not going to be any mind-blowing thing here. It was just something I found that I thought I would share. So anyway, I'm cleaning out my closet, cleaning out my drawers, doing all this stuff. Here's Dad. Dad wrote this. So, Rich, just want you to know, overall, you are doing a good job. In parentheses, there's always room for improvement. Remember, treat biz like a chess match while the competition plays checkers. This way, you are always ahead of the competition. Biz is war. There is only winning. Keep up the good work. Love, Dad. So these are things that, I have in my head anyway. And when I read it again, I'm like, oh, yep, I know, Dad. I know. This is, the business. We always talked very highly of the business. The business was everything. The business, though it brought us many amazing, great things, it was probably also the downfall of everything. The downfall of our relationship, the downfall of our where we are now today, but it's also the reason we have everything today. So is it the ultimate gift and the curse, Lisa? I don't know. It's definitely a gift, the business. And, he would call it the golden goose. Son, I built the golden goose for you. And we would always talk about how business is war. And that golden goose, he said, Rich, you got to protect the goose. You got to keep it warm. It's got an egg. You got to keep the egg warm. You got to keep this goose healthy and strong, because people are going to come for that goose because it's war. And it's not because any other reason. Business is war. And everyone's out to take what that goose was producing. And he would always tell me all these different things. And, it's to find these notes. It's just, it's nice to see them. Even though we didn't have the best of times all the time, there was a lot of good. There was still a lot of good that came out of all the lessons and all the things that we did here at 586 Avenue A. This building, we've been in this building since 1995. I was 12, 13 years old back then. And there's a lot of memories. If these walls could talk, Lisa.
I don't want to know.
If these walls could talk. I mean, I lost a lot of lunches here. You want to know what that means? I've taken my lunches and I've thrown them across the room, and I've slammed them and I've thrown them against walls in anger because of things that were being done here between me and him. Cops have been called on me here.
You?
Oh yeah.
What about on your dad?
No, it was his business, his building.
Gotcha. So he was the one calling on you?
Of course.
Got it.
Yeah, he said, you think you run the show? Let me show you who runs the show. And I would, come on, you got to leave. So I would have to leave, and then of course I'll be back in the morning because I had a job to do.
Yeah.
But we would fight. We would fight all the time. I never saw eye to eye with things in him. Sometimes we did, but rarely did we see eye to eye on a lot of things. But the one thing that I will say that we do see eye to eye on is that we got to take care of the goose, and we got to take care of that golden goose, the golden egg, and make sure that it's warm, because this is a living, breathing organism. And my job is to protect it at all costs. And it's the number one thing in my life. And I'm not going to say it's for my family. I'm not going to say all that. All that stuff goes without saying. But you put all that aside, and the business is everything. You got to take care of the business. And I protect it with my life until there's no air left in these lungs. And me doing that, by the way, business is war. I'm fighting every day for everything. And this is continuing to support my dad. It's continuing to support my mom. It's supporting dozens of families. It's supporting myself. It's just supporting everybody. So that's my obligation every day. Business is war. Dad, I will never forget that. I don't know if he's watching. I always wonder if he does. But I'm sure he's seeing some of these things.
I mean, he does have Facebook.
Yeah. We don't. Like I said, there's a long story here. One day I'll save it for the book. Because I don't ever want it to seem like I'd be bad mouthing him. I'm not bad mouthing him. It's just a father-son dynamic, and some things got out of control, and some things are wild. And listen, I have the truth, and I always speak the truth, and the people around me all know the truth. And that truth will be in a book one day for sure. I definitely will write a book, maybe called My Dad and I. Who knows? And it'll be all real stuff. And I think it'll be important for people to read that are in a family business, because, you know, I often felt like nobody understands what the hell I'm going through here. No one ever knew what my life consisted of. Like, even my friends, you know, my boys, we would go down the shore, we'd live our life and we have fun and we do things. But the bulk of the time I'd be here and I'd be working, and nobody really knew what we did here, even though I would tell them. Just nobody understood what my life was Monday through Friday, grinding and working and learning this business. And I did a lot of hard work, a lot of crazy things. The things that are going on now that guys are coming up or are doing now. You know, loading up these trucks, taking in that equipment, hot summer days, cold winter mornings, big 1,500-pound banks of fryers coming in on trucks. Now you got 600-pound double-stack combis coming in. I mean, there's tons of things, all this hard work, all these hard labor that you're doing. Then you're driving it to site. We're humping these other things out. We're bringing these new things in. I mean, I did these things. And, you know, it's all led to here, doing every single job in the business. You know, operations and running service is where I thrive. It is 7 days a week now. It really is. And it's demanding. And, you know, understanding that even though it might be 10 years later, 15 years, 20 years, the years are going to keep on going. The calendar pages are going to keep ripping. Some of these things are never going to go out of style. You know, and if I have my nephews that want to come into the business, they're going to know that business is war. And yes, we have Fed Nation. We talk about community over competition. We talk about helping the guy and the girl next to you. And that's all super real. But understand, everyone is in their own business every single day, working it, trying to build it, trying to grow it, doing whatever they got to do to get to the next level. It's war. My nephews are going to know that too. But they're going to know that also there's a way to incorporate understanding that. You got to have that grit and that hunger, but you also have the things that mom had in the back of your head. Gentle, loving, and kind. Be gentle, loving, and kind. I hear her saying it to my nephews. No, you be gentle, loving, and kind. Business is war. Kind of sounds like Walter Bond.
It does. It sounds exactly like that, actually.
Walter Bond said his mom would always say, going out into the world, you going to school, he would say, be sweet, baby, be sweet. And his dad would come in and say, go get it, son. Go get it, son. And my dad's over here saying, business is war, son. We got to fight. My mom is saying, be gentle, loving, and kind, Rich.
Aww.
That's my Richard. Be gentle, loving, and kind. Incorporate these things together. They can coexist. You don't have to be a ruthless leader to get things done, to build, to grow, and to lead the battle, lead your troops to the battlefield. You can do it with kindness, but you have to do it with real heart. And when the going gets tough, you got to be willing to do the tough things. You got to be willing to make those tough decisions. These are the things that my dad incorporated into things, and it didn't come across the right way. It never came across the right way. But as I got older, and now I'm here at 39, I see through the weeds. I see through the things that he was saying, and I get it. I get it. So if I could ever talk to him right now, because I haven't talked to him in some years, and I'm really, really, really doing this thing, I would say, Dad, I finally get it. And that's how I'm going to end this 4th of July fired up session.
You don't want to see the comments?
I absolutely want to see the comments. I got so focused, I didn't even know we had any.
So, Clinton just says, the business is like an extension of the soul.
I feel that.
And Taz says, we should talk dad sometime. My dynamic was different than yours, but I have thrown a lunchbox across the room a few times as well.
Yeah. I remember, not to jump off into something else, but so my friend Ryan, who was like my best friend since 3rd grade, he was here one summer, and he was going to throw his hat in the ring to try to be a technician and see if it was for him. It wasn't, but nevertheless, we were working together and doing some things. And we just came off a big job. We were starving. End of Bayonne, we come to Bayonne, we go get Whopper with cheese meals. We're starving. I'm like, I had to be 20 years old, right?
Okay.
We come back. Oh, so you want to know what this argument was about?
What?
I do the same thing now.
Okay.
So I pull in the driveway with the pickup truck. My dad comes outside. Hey, Rich, the hell are you doing? What are you talking about? Didn't I tell you after every job to call me just in case there was something else I needed you to do before you came back to the warehouse? I was like, oh, I didn't think there was any. You didn't think. Yeah, that's the problem. You don't think. I had something else going on up where you were, and you drove all the way back here. Now get your ass back in there and go to and we were arguing, fighting, and I take our big bags of Burger King lunch right outside this wall right here.
Yeah.
This wall right out here.
Okay.
And I went like this. I went, no. I don't know what I said. I was like, no. And mine was like, no. We were so hungry. And I had to go back up North Jersey and do whatever the hell it was. I had to go.
It was a little far then.
Yeah, well, we would do because we were all over. So we were doing Chili's installs in Little Falls, all these places. But we just came back from an install, and that happened, and so I had to go back and do that, and then we ended up going back to Burger King.
I hope you did go back to Burger King.
We did. No, we went back to Burger King and got another one.
I'm just imagining this cinematic moment where you throw the food and then a car also passes by at the same time and runs it over.
No, well, that would have been amazing if they drove up on the sidewalk to do it, though. But yeah, I mean, these are the things, and to this day, I preach here now. I'm like, I told Geraldine over the years, like when these guys are done, they need to call and check in before they come back because there just might be something else we need to get done while we're out there, wherever it might be.
So is that a process that's in place?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Do not come back without checking in and saying, is there anything else? Because you know what? Yeah, there actually is. I need you to go stop over and help XYZ lift something or do this or hold it. There's always could be something else. So don't come back to base until you check in with the general.
Got it.
And yeah, there's all these little things like even the stuff like starting the vans and the trucks in the driveway that were sitting idle. Rich, you got to go start those once a week in the morning for me. Let them run for 15 minutes, and there will be days I forget, and I'm running. I'm doing things. I was doing things. I did a lot of things in this building, and then we have big fights about that.
Well, I actually learned that from you. So I learned from you because now during pandemic, our cars have been sitting on the sidewalk. We have a big van ourselves, that we use for construction stuff.
Yep.
And we haven't moved it for months, and now we can't turn it back on. So I learned that from you.
Dad's rules are right.
I gotta turn on those cars.
Listen to Dad. You don't want the battery to die, so you got to turn it on. Give it a little 15-minute run once a week, 10-minute run once a week, whatever, and make sure that you're good to go. Because when you go, because the big thing was so many times I didn't do it, and I would be like, shit, I didn't do it, and then I would have to go out, and then we finally like 3 weeks later, and I'm like, I gotta go take something. I'm like, please start. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, my stomach starts to hurt. I got to go up and tell my dad. I'm like, Dad, the truck won't start. Did you start them? I did. No, you didn't. And I'm like, shit. And then we had to go and jump them. I mean, we had the battery packs. We have battery packs now. This was, we were still going.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, there was some crazy stuff that went on in this building. I broke windows here. I punched holes through computer monitors. I had some anger problems.
Yeah, it sounds like you did, but this isn't a reflection of who you are now.
Yeah, things change. We evolve. So happy 4th to you, whoever you might be. Yeah. So that's it, Lisa. I don't know.
That's it. That's all we got.
I get it, Dad. I get it. Happy 4th of July, everyone. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Don't blow your fingers off. Enjoy the fireworks. Enjoy the family. Enjoy the time. It's crazy world we're living in. But hey, we got each other.
We got each other.
See you next week.